Imagine this. You're driving home on a quiet evening. The road is empty, music playing softly, and then, out of nowhere, headlights coming straight at you. In that moment, something strange happens. The world slows down. You see the other car inching closer, frame by frame, the cracks in its windshield, the color of the driver's jacket. Your hands move to the wheel like they belong to someone else. 3 seconds. That's all it lasted. But it felt like 30. You survived. And now you're left with a question most people never think to ask. Why did time slow down? In 2007, a neuroscientist named David Eagleman decided to find out. He took volunteers to an amusement park in Dallas, Texas. Not for the roller coasters, but for something called SCAD diving. That's a 150-foot free fall into a net. No bungee cord, no parachute, just gravity and fear. Each volunteer wore a small device strapped to their wrist, a special chronometer that flashed numbers faster than the human eye can normally read. Eagleman's idea was simple. If fear truly speeds up our brain's processing, if we genuinely see the world in slow motion, then people should be able to read those numbers mid-fall. They couldn't. Every single person reported that the fall felt dramatically longer than it actually was, but none of them could read the numbers. Time hadn't actually slowed down for them. Their brains weren't running faster. So what was really going on? To understand this, think about how your brain handles an ordinary day. Your morning commute, brushing your teeth, walking to the kitchen for the 3rd time. Your brain barely bothers recording any of it. It's all routine, so it keeps a rough sketch. Just enough to move on. But the moment something terrifying happens, your brain flips a switch. Deep inside your head, there's a region that acts like an emergency alarm system. And when it fires, everything changes. Your heart rate spikes, your senses sharpen, and most importantly, your brain starts recording in a completely different mode. Think of it like switching a camera from 480p to 4K. Every detail gets captured. The sound of tires, the smell of rubber, the exact shade of those headlights. Your brain is writing it all down. Not because you need it right now, but because it's building the most detailed memory it possibly can. And here's the key. This all happens in real time. The experience isn't actually slower while you're living it, but afterward, when your brain plays that memory back, there's so much data packed into those 3 seconds that your mind interprets it the only way it knows how. That must have taken a really long time. And this isn't a glitch. It's one of evolution's most elegant survival tools. Our ancestors couldn't rewind the tape after a close call with a predator. They couldn't study the footage. The only replay system they had was memory. So the brain evolved to record life-threatening moments in extraordinary detail. So you could learn from them, recognize the warning signs, survive the next one. It's the same reason fighter pilots describe time stretching in a dogfight. Why athletes talk about the game slowing down in clutch moments. Why car crash survivors remember details they had no business noticing. It's not magic. It's your brain doing exactly what millions of years of evolution built it to do, turning fear into a lesson you'll never forget. So let's go back to that road. You're behind the wheel. The headlights appear. And in those 3 seconds, your brain does something incredible. It doesn't speed up time. It doesn't give you superhuman reflexes. Instead, it instantly opens every channel it has and records the most detailed memory your mind is capable of producing. And later, minutes, hours, maybe years later, when you remember that moment, all that data floods back. And your brain tells you a story that time slowed down, that you saw everything, that those 3 seconds lasted forever. It didn't, but the memory is so rich, so vivid, so impossibly detailed that it might as well have. 3 seconds of terror, a lifetime of memory, and a brain that loves you enough to remember every frame. What moment made time stop for you? Drop it in the comments.